Hi, thanks for taking the time to take a look at our success case study. Success.com is really near and dear to my heart because I'm an OG. I've been around, pre-Walkman, pre-iPod, all of those kind of things. And when the iPods were first coming out in the late 90s, early 2000s, I was in my basement converting my cassette tapes to MP3s so I can put them on my iPod. And most of those cassette tapes were coming from Success.com. Success is one of the premier voices and influences in the coaching, mentoring, and training space. They started as a magazine back in the late 1800s. They're actually one of the two oldest magazines in the United States. They have a circulation of over 100,000 magazines. They get about 500,000 unique visitors to their website each month. They have over 100,000 members on our membership platform that we built for them. They just have a tremendous amount of stats that are really, really impressive in all the things that they do. And so when they came to me to redo Success.com, their primary magazine website, I jumped right on the opportunity. Success came to me from my work with John Osseroff of NeuroGym. John was one of the personalities on the movie The Secret, which kind of went viral in the mid-2000s, and John has been a personal development and coach mentor trainer for many, many years, and some of his staff that had worked for him had moved on to work with Success, and they had such great, phenomenal experience working with us over at NeuroGym that they wanted to bring us over to Success, redo Success.com, and then ultimately onto the membership site. And as you'll see inside of this case study, our project started with phase one, redoing Success.com. They were on a very old, outdated legacy WordPress site. And the site wasn't performing very well, the content was not curated very well, and they had a lot of additional functionality that they wanted to create. So our first step was to actually set up some very robust hosting on Rapid.Cloud and to then move their WordPress site over and begin the full redesign, recuration with looking into the future of connecting that site to their membership platform. There was over 80,000 pieces of content, from MP3s to PDFs to courses to obviously tons of articles and just events and all the different things Success had done over the years. We had to take every single one of those and curate them accordingly, insert a robust advertising solution into the WordPress ecosystem because they're primarily driven by ad revenue, at least the Success.com part of it all. We built a custom in our phase two bestseller integration with a very large book seller so that those bestsellers could be coming in, and that was kind of a revenue stream for them as well. And that process really only took us about 3 months, and they were so satisfied with the rebuild of Success.com and the complete new hosting infrastructure, WordPress infrastructure, content taxonomy and publishing infrastructure, SEO improvements, and on, that they said, okay, we were planning on going over to this membership thing. You already did great on phase two with the bestseller integration with the large bookseller. We're now ready to move on to phase three, which is My Success Plus, which is their membership platform. And because I'd built a membership platform with a lot of those team members on a very similar platform for NeuroGym, they knew exactly where we were going. We were going to use WordPress and BuddyBoss and LearnDash and CrocodBlock's Jet Engine and WooCommerce and WooCommerce subscriptions and Gamplify and all of our gamification and events tools. And we really flourished out our Gamplify suite with Success, using our gamification, using our events, using our teams. We did custom integrations into Big Marker and into Zoom and different things like that because they are a very webinar-centric organization. And we're able to transfer and move 80,000 members, which is now over 100,000 members, over onto this platform, get them enrolled, and actually sync the site between Success.com and My Success Plus, meaning when they publish a new pieces of content over on Success, it automatically syncs and then is no cache follow tags to make sure that we're not getting binged on SEO, and present that content inside the membership experience in a more curated fashion. We also then created upsells on My Success Plus where there were featured articles that you could only read if you were a My Success Plus membership reader. And so that particular article would be blurred out, much like what you sometimes see on Reddit and other things where they can read like half the article and then they have to click to upgrade to join for free or a paid membership. So we really curated that content and content restricted on Success Plus. We created a virtual SSO, a single sign-on API between Success Success and My Success Plus that allowed when a member joined over here, they would have to create a second login over here or over here and over here, right? Back and forth. And they can click and go back and forth between those different resources. We also had to create a custom and work with the custom magazine display because they like to display their magazines inside of a browser, inside of a custom API, a piece of software. So we had to do that both for web and for the membership and for mobile. And then we went on to create their mobile app, their Success Plus app, both in the Google Store and the Apple Store, and really phenomenal experience there as well with push notifications tied into their CRM. Did a very deep integration with HubSpot because they had a very large marketing department working across that. So inside of this success story, you can see everything inside of this portfolio case study where I go step by step and give you a lot of details inside of the PowerPoint of the different steps that we did. I even bring you into the initial meeting where we were kind of scoping it out, and you see in the PDF where they had given me their scope document. I had matched it to the particular plugin, gave them our stack. You can see all the stack slides there. And then what's interesting, you'll see the slide where we show how we're connecting the different sites together with HubSpot, with their Gymroan API, with their Pay Kickstart and other funnel software, and tie that all together. My company is called TribePUB, and Success is certainly a tribe led by many people and many voices that reach a particular tribe. Really small to mid-sized businesses, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, gig economy, coaches, mentors, trainers. And so we were able to really develop a membership platform that spoke to them, that met their needs, that really connected with them in a very significant way. And then we moved on to phase 4, support and maintenance mode and continued development mode. So Success was a fun project. It was an extremely large project. And most importantly, it was a passion project for me because I grew up, I'm a big personal development junkie. I grew up on all of the Success audio tapes and magazines and books. They own the Gymroan library and the Jim Wooten library, and just all the different types of resources they've had available over the decades and really now 100 plus years. And so exciting to be serving them in a really significant way. So take a look at this case study, dive in a little bit deeper. If you're a level up client, that's kind of the clients we talk about that have 100,000 members plus like Success, then we're definitely a great fit for you. And if you see that you're going to grow up and you're going to scale up into a Success, definitely reach out to us as well. I look forward to speaking with you soon.